get up in the morning? Do you constantly feel as if everything is colored in grey and life constantly plays sad music everywhere you go? And for some reason, it always rains wherever you go outside.
Well, turn that frown upside down. The Legion of Memers is here to give you some chuckles, you thingus. And we're happy to bring you something to help give you that extra kick to get you up in the morning. Introducing Coffee Brand Coffee. Fresh roasted with no gimmicks and plenty of flavors to choose from. Use code HAIL the LOM to get 10% off and to help support the channel.
Hail to the Legion of Memers! Hail the Legion of Memers! Woo! Hail the Legion of Memers! 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 I see that Ivan enjoyed his intro. Always
Dude, that was fun. that was
fun. Shout out to everybody for coming to Legion of Memers Memestream Saturday edition. We don't really have any other editions right now. Hopefully, as we get bigger, we will. But thank you all for being here today. My name is Superman, if he wasn't scared of green rocks. But forget about me. Let's start off with CJP. CJP, what you been doing this week, man?
Working mainly. Getting ready. Will be gone for the next two shows because I'm gonna be taking vacation, visiting my sister. Hopefully, not getting attacked. But I'm not a lineman, so you know. If anyone doesn't know, Houston's having some issues at the moment.
You're talking about sports ball, and that goes way over my head.
No. I'm talking about people trying to get people's power back on.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw that, and they're like, yeah, dude, I saw like the news stories and everything surrounding it. We can get into that too if you like. Are any of you guys in those affected areas?
My sister, she's got power, but yeah, I just been hearing the stories of people being attacked, and the companies are like, yeah, we're not coming back if this keeps happening. So you're gonna be out.
I mean, they're also being given like spiked drinks and things like that. It's really bad, dude.
It's retarded.
Like I saw somebody went to the hospital because like somebody laced their drink with like fentanyl or something. It was really bad.
Oh my goodness.
But Mo, what you been up to this week, man?
Just came back from vacation the week prior and been recovering from that, all that junk food and stuff. I'm not the youngest man anymore, but had a good week. Had a good stream on the GCA. I guested on another stream. But CJ Pay's gonna love this. I just got back from a Goodwill and they had a mini disc recorder for $3. And
awesome.
Yeah, if it works, it's like $150. So, but it looks like it's in good shape. It's a Sony, so I got a disc coming in tomorrow. I'm going to try to master one tomorrow. I'm not on CJP's level, but I'm in the suburbs. I do enjoy some audio engineering. So, yep. Yes, sir. Yep, they still sell new ones on Amazon, amazingly, for around $5. So I've always wanted one.
There's still people releasing albums on it. So
yeah. Andrew Angers Jensen, he does some retro tunes. Yeah, it's really cool. So, anyways. yeah, just doing a little bit of everything. So
Awesome,
yeah,
man. That's what I love to hear, right? A memer doesn't specialize in one thing, but everything. You would be surprised how many skills you pick up just trying to create things for other people. Audio design, editing, all that jazz. Remember it. Sometimes things can be fun, but you can also learn things while you're doing it, which is even more amazing.
work out that noodle, people. We'll keep learning something new every 5 to 10 years, because there's gonna come a time where you're gonna need that muscle to be strong. So that's my
Absolutely.
advice.
Also, we have a guest I've been wanting to get on for a very long time, and I am very excited to have him. Normally, I catch him when he does his anime streams where he's playing the songs from the anime, but he's doing it himself. So, Ivan, do you want to let the people know what you do, where they can find you, and what kind of content you make?
Well, thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you
of
for having
course.
me. Well, I run two channels right now. One of them is called Weaves and Waifus. That's my anime channel, and there you can find reviews, reactions, and we do a stream every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, where we just like shoot the shit, and it's nothing like deep dives or anything like that. Like we just try to have conversations somewhat related to anime. Um, and then I have my main channel, which is Ivan Ortega, where what I used to do just Star Wars content, re-editing stuff and things of the nature. But I took a break from it, and now I'm back. I am right now. I'm doing a little bit of commentary content on things that I find interesting or like worth talking about.
Mhm.
But I'm also just recently, as of 2 days ago, came back to the re-editing side of things to re-edit the Acolyte into
I can't wait to see that.
watchable. Also, yes, thank you, Vagabundo. I just forgot. I do have a third channel called Taco Drums. Taco with a K, not with a C. Taco Drums. Um, it's a channel where I upload covers of anime songs. So far, I'm planning on doing others, but of anime songs where I play the drums, and that's it. And the
Uh,
moment I get to 100 subscribers, I will start doing live streams again.
I highly recommend you go check out this channel. And I say this as somebody who's trying to get into working out again. When he's playing it, even though it's not like the OG, like coming from the anime itself, it will still pump you up. So go put it on a playlist, go for a workout, do your stuff. And as far as I can remember, the only time you really talk is between the songs.
Excuse me.
From what I can remember, the only time you really like do the talking is is like after the song or at a slow
Yeah,
part.
yeah. Pretty much. Because I'm playing live. I'm playing the drums live, so you have to focus in order to play. So I usually just like play, then pause a little, or like you kind of feel it, right? Like if the audience, if
Adam.
the fuck is he doing here, dude? Can you
Hey.
can
Oh
you
boy!
can you kick him out or ban him? Like
With Adam, never, man, never.
Afuera, fuera.
we don't accept homeless people in this chat. Okay, thank you. But yeah, so that's what I do, and but right now I'm putting a lot of effort into re-editing the Acolyte into something good.
I'm excited for that because you know if you can make it better than what it was and it's actually enjoyable, I think it'll get far more attention than the actual show, or or it will be ignored because it's not hate watching. I'm not sure. Hopefully, it's the better option, in my opinion.
We'll see. We'll see. I definitely I'm hoping, and to be honest with you, I'm actually excited because I mean contradicting what most people think actually on the Acolyte, I do think it has potential. Like, it's not a good show by any means, but it has potential to be good with just like the right amount of editing, the right music, and the right like little changes here and there. I do think that there's a good show inside, or a good movie inside those 8 episodes.
See,
I'm
this is why
I'm
I
assuming,
like.
so I'm assuming
Sorry, TJ.
liberal use. I'm assuming liberal use of the Benny Hill theme song.
The which one?
What been? Yakety Sax, right? Is what it's called. Yeah,
Yeah.
the song. Yep. I'm with you.
You know, this is why I like actually talking to other editors as well, because they have a different perspective of seeing things. It's it's in the form of the art itself, and I can only speak for myself, but Ivan, I don't know about you, but when you watch different content and you've gotten into the editing game,
Mm.
do you watch it and think to yourself, bro, I could have made this 100 times better?
Sometimes, it's interesting because yesterday I was doing a live stream, watching for the first time The Acolyte.
Mhm.
Today I'm gonna do another live stream where I will be watching the last 2 episodes of The Acolyte. And I've been doing like my notes as I watch it. I pause and kind of tell the people like how I'm thinking, how I'm processing, how I think it can like be better and stuff. And yesterday I got asked if I watch things as an editor and not as a viewer. And to be honest with you, it the best way I can answer is, if the story is good, even if the editing or everything else is bad, if the story is good, I don't think about it. But if the story is bad, everything starts to pop out.
Yeah.
I start to notice everything.
It becomes like a mental tick.
Hmm. And it becomes heavy to watch. Like, it
Yeah.
becomes very, because you're processing way more information, because you're noticing way more details, so it becomes even more boring or heavier than it actually is.
Absolutely. I'm totally with you on that. When you're sitting there watching something that you don't particularly like, but you're sitting there because it's a chore or a task, you notice every minute detail.
Oh yeah, I hate it. And then I do start thinking, oh, they should have they should have changed this, they should have done that, they should have this, then yeah. And that's when you just don't enjoy it. And that's kind of what happened with a lot of content that we've been getting recently. It's way more obvious, but to the other extent, i think I think we live in a very interesting era where we don't have like a lot of like mainstream good content, because to be honest with you, like, you guys should be a little bit grateful that we are living in this era, because subconsciously you've been trained to recognize what's not good, so you can go and like try to expand your horizons into other content, and you'll recognize way better content that way. That's kind of what happened with me and several foreign films, French films and Japanese films that I started watching, because I just I want to see something good, and I've been able to like find some gems that, dude, like, thank you.
We're definitely getting into that. I feel like this episode is gonna be heavy anime. So if you guys are anime fans, we're about to geek out about it. But
I'm down.
but I'm Superman. If you wasn't scared of Green Rock's leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers. And I want to give a huge shout out to Coffee Brand Coffee for letting us be a part of their affiliate program. They gave us a shot when nobody else would, so shout out to them. We don't make enough to become an affiliate, but regardless, if you guys are going to go get coffee, Hail the LOM is the code to use, and it shows them that we sent you over. So we really, really do appreciate it. We also appreciate every single fan of this show. You guys make the show what it is today. and I sincerely mean that. But let's get started with chat and Vagabond, my dude. Ever since Vegas, and I met Vagabond, and I know what he had to go through. I have no idea what that is, dude. But he is a great dude, and he dropped $5 for a super chat saying, first, and to hail no green rocks and Ivan. Hail to you, my dude. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
It was the first chat we had, so thank you, man. I appreciate you. Madhouse Retro Gaming says, let the laughs roll and the good time fly. Hi, everybody. I hope your day is blessed and lovely. I hope your day is even more blessed, my friend. Appreciate you. Narganol says, Ivan Ortega, let's fucking go. Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I saw that he answered my DM. I was like, yes!
Yeah, I don't reply often to Twitter, but
yeah, I figured. You know, a lot of creators have that thing where they don't check their DMs because they're busy making content. So we all need to understand that. Give your favorite content creators a little bit of grace. DJ McLean hopping in says early and surely. Hail the LOM and the chat. Hail to you, my dude. We got Oculus hopping in saying YOLO. Or I think he meant yo, but the L probably dropped in there unless he meant YOLO. Hail to you. Hashtag Legion of Memers. We got Extra Zero hopping in saying, hail all. Glad to see Ivan on. A long time working to get him on his guest. I know. And that's why I kind of did a little dance when he answered the DM. We got JS Pena hopping in saying, hello. Hail to you, my dude. We got Arnie279 saying, hail to you. We got Phantom X, who's been killing it in the meme game. Hail chat and hail mods. Hail to you. DJ McLean is asking CJP if that is a bass behind him.
That is. This is a 1979 PVT-40.
Awesome. I have no idea what that means. You musical people in chat, tell me if it's good or bad.
It's a great bass that weighs a fucking ton.
So everybody, do me a favor, make some CJP memes of him jacked holding up a guitar. We got JS Pena. He says, I'm from Houston. I can confirm. I'm assuming he's confirming that, the news and everything.
Yeah. I think I'm strapped when I go down there this time.
We got Madhouse Retro Gaming saying, I'm currently working on building a media server because I'm tired of playing these streaming services, and they just randomly take away my shows. Time to fight the power.
And to that end, if I may, buy the Blu-ray, get a Blu-ray burner. You can get ones where you can downgrade the firmware.
I cannot confirm or deny any of those things. I do not endorse.
Oh, that's fine. Just don't trade it. Don't send it to anybody.
So, YouTube, if you're watching, this is for this whole show is for comedic purposes. If you take anything seriously, don't.
This is okay. This is what you need to do. This is literally a backup. Don't sell. Don't trade it. Don't get on the don't say all the high seas, people. All right. This is seriously what I'm saying, because here's the problem, and CJP knows this. The audio is the thing that streaming kills. You need to get that full audio track off that Blu-ray, and then you're gonna have the best audio, the best video. You won't even understand. It'll be beautiful. So it's a good thing. Just don't trade it. Keep it on your computer. Keep it to yourself. Keep it in your pants, people.
I hate how much streaming services compress audio.
Yeah, dude, it's become more than cable. But let's get back to chat. Mo Zamboni says, Phantom X, the shit meme king. Hell to you, dude. Narganol says, well, shit, if I knew Ivan was going to be here, I wouldn't have sent him that DM on X this morning, LOL. Awesome, dude. Damn good drummer and first person I became a mod for. Now I have over 20 wrenches. Oh, my God. Well, congratulations to you. That's awesome. Ivan is a good dude. I've been watching his content for a while. I may not have participated in chat, but I watch a lot of people and don't participate in chat.
Nagranel stopped at counting 20 because he ran out of fingers and toes. So.
Mosaic Bodie said Jellyfin is best by far. Awesome plugin. I don't know what
That
that
is
means.
that's like a Plex thing, but it's open source. I like it a lot better. Anyways, you don't have
Okay,
to go. I was nerding out. There was some cross chatting. I was nerding out with the chat.
Oh,
so-
okay. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah,
We got
yeah.
Nargado hopping in with another $5. King, thank you so much, my man. I blame Ivan for my crippling mod addiction. You know what that should be? That should be like a Cards Against Humanity card.
I've got
No, you
gratification.
know it would be freaking so cool creating a Cards Against Humanity, but for the Fellowship and the people surrounding the
Oh my
Fellowship.
goodness.
So all the inside jokes and shit would be in that
I
card
like
game.
that.
I'm not sure how well it would sell, but
Legion of Memers game stream. You could just make one on tabletop or something like that.
bro, that
So-
would not be a bad idea. If anybody is willing to help out, please reach out to me directly, and perhaps we can make it happen. Keep in mind, I do have a full-time job though, so we will work it out in the back end and see what happens.
I definitely want to make a classically chained card.
And as is basically the trump card for every single
Pretty
game
much.
like that.
You're boring.
Cell Shade hopping in the chat saying, I wish Ortega was able to have had more time to be able to edit the fight scene he wanted to put into his TLJ fan edit. I really wanted to see that from his lightsaber practice. I'm not familiar with that. You want to let the people know what it is?
Yeah, so when I was re-editing The Last Jedi, one of the things that I really wanted to put in was a actual fight between Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker.
That was
And I was practicing a lot with a friend named Steven. Since we both practice kind of martial arts, we were like rehearsing a fight. We were going to use costumes and like we were going to do the fight ourselves. But sadly, jobs happened, life happened, and mostly toxic ass people happened that started to like dox my house and like send me death threats and stuff because I wasn't releasing The Last Jedi. So they were calling me like a fraud and shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna release this thing and then I will maybe put the fight later on. But sadly, that just never happened. And I'm happy with the way the re-edit of The Last Jedi ended up being. But yeah, if certain how do people call it? Bad actors didn't affect me as much as they did back then, I could have had a little bit more time to actually finish the fight.
No, dude, I get you, man. Sometimes things can be a bit much, and I understand kind of being like, this is disgusting. I want to stay away from all this.
Yeah, I got like very nasty messages from this guy called Kriegler,
Ah!
something like that.
Ah,
He was just like, "Oh, you Mexican, like go
It's
back."
okay.
Yeah, I mean, who would want to do it? Like, not even your mother would want to do a show with you. What are you talking about? And I know it because I asked her last night.
Guys, these are all jokes.
Oh,
But these are all jokes. We love each other. We're all friends here. Please don't take this shit seriously. We got Madhouse saying, well said. I'm assuming that's to the what Ivan was saying, because the next one also says, well said, Ivan. Good. Blab says Ivan smells. Can you confirm, Ivan? We've become locale chat. Ivan, confirm.
Blabs, just shut up. Like,
We got Tris hopping in saying hello. Hello to you
Hello.
too. Thanks for hopping in. We got Vagabond dropping another $5. Dude, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. You should have seen Mo with that watermelon tequila in Dallas.
what are you talking about? That was you dickweed. That was we. So
I don't
we went
know,
to.
Mo. You got something to tell us?
I have nothing to tell you. I just remember a certain man of a certain kind of complexion saying because he was that certain complexion was why he wanted to get the watermelon tequila, and all the other people at the table, which was like Kratos, El Grados, and a bunch of other people were like, oh, and our waitress turned bright red, like she was like, I don't know what to say. But
See, normies
yeah,
aren't used to our humor and smiles, but the fact is that we can all joke together.
yeah.
Bring a bit of light into the community. That's what.
And I like how
matters.
Vagabundo goaded me into telling that story because he knew that it wasn't me, it was him. I had to clarify. You
Hey,
son of a
Confirmed. Mo Zamboni is Vagabond's puppet.
yes. Well, what I get.
Core member says a Legion of Memers calendar, sexy ones. Listen, if we ever have that kind of funding, I would definitely do that. It would be in the meme though. I am not getting half naked for money. I'm sorry.
Just keep your gator on. It keeps it even sexier.
It's
Just
just
keep it on.
now Ophi stuff over here.
When Rox is down to just the gator, what time it is? It's business time.
Yeah, where's the gator? I don't know. That's that. I didn't specify.
So big shout out to chat. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you for hopping in. Hopefully you guys enjoy the show as much as I do. And shout out to everybody here today. So what we're going to do is in the beginning of this segment, now I got to find, sorry.
That's right. Dead
I'm
air.
trying to work everything behind the scenes.
It's okay.
But I wanted to actually bring something up because it's actually part of the community, and we had these people on as guests at one point. Kitty is having a sampler out, and it's completely for free.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this in the chat, and if you would like it, go to the site and get it, as well as sharing it out to people in the community if you enjoy it. Hopefully this does work.
My good man, No Green Rocks. I have to put this out here. We've had a few people ask us if there's a Legion of Memers Discord. I do believe there
is, but in order to protect from any bad actors, you do need to be a member of the Legion of Memers YouTube channel in order to get access to it. I will put out a link as well after the show for members only on the channel, and that way you can join if you so choose. And we also have rules in there, so if you follow the rules, everything will be good and hunky dory.
As with every Discord, but there's reasons why they're there. And you
Discord.
learn very quickly if you run a Discord why they're there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So.
I don't know what you're talking about because I run the Weeps and Waifus Discord, and I have no idea what happens on there. Like I check it like every 2 weeks. So,
exactly. I will actually be 100% honest. My life has been very busy as of recently, so I'm not hopping in there as much as possible unless I'm added at. CJP, my dude, what you doing?
Sorry, my hand's been like numb for the last week and a half. So
you might want to lift your hand over, so people can see it because the movement was a bit.
I'm gonna call.
Hey! Shout out to Justin for gifting 1 Legion of Memers membership. You absolute king. It seems like Vagabond is also in the Discord.
I can confirm that man is a massive degenerate. We had to tell. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Came up like about 20 times
is
at the
Discord
table.
Public?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a link or anything for people to join if they'd like to?
I should.
All right, no worries. You can send it to me later. I'll put it in the description of the video, and that way, people do want to join, and you're more than welcome to. But as we are the Legion of Memers, we have some fresh new memes or meme templates that I wanted to bring up to share with the community. We have this one from specifically Side Scrollers. You can use a background remover. Just go to the tweet above on the Side Scrollers podcast, and you have a new Stuttering Craig face or movement. Make a whole bunch of memes with that. And we also have one from the very own Quarter Black Garrett of Adam Quigler swatting what I assume to be is a fly out of the sky. So flies beware.
For some reason, I see that picture, and all I can imagine is dueling banjos playing in the background.
It looks like a prequel to Beverly Hillbillies. And he's Jed Clampett. That's it.
Thank you.
That really
Work with
looks
that
like
one.
his only last brain cell. Like that is the best representation of him.
I feel like it should be like a swatter hitting haters. Or I'm just seeing it right now
There's so
as
much
Adam
there.
on a wanted sign for the murder of flies, and the fly government now has a bounty on it. Yeah, give him like a One Piece wanted poster, but like against flies.
He really
maybe
does.
if-
I have a lot of relatives from West Virginia. That would not look out of place in that state. So
But the whole point of this community is to have fun. So make sure you have fun, make people laugh with your memes, and hopefully we will see some good stuff come out. Now, Ivan, you are a very big anime fan from what I know.
Mhm.
Do you have any relatively new animes that have come out that you would recommend? 3 is fine, 1 is fine, whatever you like.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we're gonna
The
get some
answer-
anime recommendations because I'm running out.
There's the one with the stepsister. No, sorry, my bad. There is one that actually came out it's called Lonely Days with My Stepsister or something like that. Haven't watched it yet, but
Wait,
or-
is this on an anime or?
yeah, it's on Crunchyroll.
So Crunchyroll or Brazzers?
No, I mean, you'd be surprised. Crunchyroll be wild. Like, okay, so there's this anime that I recently watched, and it's not on Crunchyroll. It's on this application called High Dive, which is like
I have that too.
the underrated Crunchyroll that I always
Eminence
promote.
and Shadow. If you get freaking High Dive, go watch Eminence and Shadow.
Yeah, that one's good. Yeah, High Dive has like really cool shows, like Yaboy Kongmin, which is about a Chinese military strategist from like ancient China. He wishes to be reborn on his deathbed, to be reborn in a world that doesn't know war. So he gets reborn as his younger self, still with his memories and everything, in modern day Japan. He thinks he's in hell because he was on his deathbed, and he encounters a amateur musician that he decides he's going to use his military strategy to help her grow her popularity. It is like wholesome. The music is really good, so I highly recommend that one. But also, High Dive has some of the most degenerate things I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And one of this new anime that it is airing right now, so you can still go and check it out. You can enjoy your time. It's called Plus Sized Elf Can't Go Back Home. And it's about this like very gorgeous looking warrior elf that crosses a portal into our world. But she cannot go back home unless she weighs the same as of when she entered. But because she discovered fast food,
Yeah.
she gets like super thick and chunky. And just FYI, this is not the show that you would want to watch with your grandmother, like in the house.
Yes. I tried to watch something called Food Wars with a family
That's a
member
good
one.
one.
Time.
That's a good one. I like
That
that.
was a mistake. I mean, hail MSK.
But that's a good one. The other one that I would recommend, especially if you like memes and like brain rot content,
Excuse me?
you have my attention.
it's this.
He's suggesting memes
Yeah,
are
my
brain rot.
curiosity.
I can
I have my
confirm.
attention.
It's this show called My Dear Friend Nokotan. This show is about a girl that is half girl, half deer. Like she has antlers. And it's just like meme after fucking meme after brain rot after other references. You get like Matrix references, Dark Souls references. You get like is
And what do they do? Do they animate those references and use them as kind of like a meme, or do they take the actual scene and put it in there? Like how does
no,
that work?
they reference it in the show. Like they animate the characters playing
That
those
is
type of scenes.
so cool.
So like if I can, let me find a clip of the introduction of the main character. And if well, actually, I can show it to you if I can share my screen.
Yeah, feel free, please. I'm
just want
excited for this because this has always been something kind of in my head to do like a movie or TV show, but include memes. Like I was talking with a few people who are kind of making their own stuff, and I would love to make something where it's like a TV show or something, but the memes are also included throughout the TV show.
Mhm.
But we'll see. I need more time. I don't do this full time, guys.
Like Robot Chicken, but actually funny. All right. Gotcha.
I mean, Robot Chicken was funny for the first couple seasons.
Yeah, that well was so dry. They're pulling up dirt towards the end.
I mean,
yeah.
if I had that same talent with the kind of the claymation stuff, then I would definitely do something similar. All right, Ivan. He has shared his screen.
So this is the introduction to our main character, which is this girl called Nokotan. And I mean, if you are hooked just by this entrance alone, this is the show, but on steroids.
あれなんでまた引っかかってんだ学習しろ
Are we gonna get hit for this?
Possibly if we let it play too long.
Okay.
But
The animation's really good.
oh, and there's there's other parts where like out of fucking nowhere you get this like random deer. Let me see if I can find one of them. Oh yeah, she's dying in this part.
シダの子さんそれって何かあったのいや失敗脚立から落ちて膝すりまいちゃった
Yeesh.
Oh my goodness.
I love how anime does this. They do this with like.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
It is so funny.
And there's like random ass deer in the background for some reason. Like this is the type of content that this anime will give you. This is just meme. Like this is meme the anime. Literally.
I love how it's like 3D animation that does not exist in that universe at all.
I know. Trust me, it is.
And it's not even good 3D. It's like 1990s, 2000s 3D.
And they literally they as their promotion, like they had a trailer obviously, but the way they actually announced the show was putting a loop of like 3-second piece of the intro of just this girl doing this random dance with one of the 3D deers in the background for 1 hour on Twitter. That was it. Like a whole 1 hour video of just that shit. And today they actually showed a video of that same girl dancing, but doing the Tobey Maguire dance reference. So like they are very aware of like the meme culture in America, and they play to it a lot.
This show, I immediately when her face went like that, I thought of Excel Saga.
Yeah.
This show gives me Excel Saga vibes, and I'm down for that because Excel Saga was just wacko.
Masterbond says, actually, what Ivan just said, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. He says they recently animated the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man dance scene. The what do you call it? I don't even know what that dance is called.
Bully Maguire dance is what they
Bully Maguire dance, correct.
Let me see if I can find it, because yeah, but like legit, this thing is like even if you've never watched anime, if you just want to watch some like brain rot shit, this is it. Like legitimately.
Excel Saga, the first episode, the main character dies 3 times in the first 10 minutes of the show. And the Cosmos has to keep bringing her back because obviously she's the main character of the show and she can't be dead.
That's awesome.
When it comes to anime for me, I like the more like lighthearted. Sometimes I'll go into like the darker end when it's like more action, but when it comes to like shock content, it's not really my kind of thing. I did see the first season of Attack on Titan, and I was like, yeah, this is not really for me. But when I went and found a show called Overlord, I
Same.
devoured that shit. So I guess it depends on like why the gore is there, why the violence is there for
Well,
me. Like
and that's the thing. Like a lot of people have a very big misconception with anime because the moment you say anime, you think of like you have whatever
big
you
titty
think
bunny
about.
girls.
Yeah, and it's like, oh well, it is just that. But no, like anime is literally just animation. That's what it means. Whenever people in Japan say, "Oh, anime is desu ka?" They're like, "Oh, I like cartoons. I like the cartoons that they produce." Anime is just the way.
Don't they call them kotakus, if I'm not mistaken?
Well, not to my understanding, but they do call it like anime. It's just anime. It's like saying here, "Oh, do you like cartoons from like Cartoon Network or something?" So, and obviously, like you have shows that vary in range.
Yeah,
Like, for example,
from
you have.
poor children to a high maturity level.
Mhm. So, whenever people say, "Oh, I just don't like anime," it's like, well, maybe you haven't seen the type of genre that you
Yep,
could enjoy.
exactly. Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, I love anime, right? But I can tell you, there's a lot of anime out there that I've seen that I just don't like. The story is bad, the animation is horrible, like the protagonist is whack. And that doesn't mean that I don't like anime. It just means that I don't like that show, you know? I did find finally the Bully Maguire reference. So
I bring it up.
here it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, Cell Shade. I thought kotakus were what they called weebs in Japan.
Oh, it's otaku, not kotaku.
Otaku.
Otaku.
Otaku. No K.
But otaku, it's referred more as nerd. Like you can be computer otaku. Like you are like very passionate
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
about.
So
it's
it's
nerd,
not
yeah.
specifically the reason why we relate it to, anime and manga and things like that is because that's what it's referenced to here in the West the majority of the time. But there are other things that you can be into and they'll still call you an otaku.
Yeah.
So if I like Mexican food, they'll call me a Mexican food otaku or something like that.
Yeah, if you're like really into the
Taco
cuisine
otaku?
Taco,
Oh, otaku, otaku. I'm definitely a comida
Bro.
Mexicana otaku.
That is a
love
great
Latin
anime
food.
idea.
By the way,
Reincarnated into a taco.
Ivan, I got
Yes.
my son hooked on Mexican candy because I
Nice.
love. Yeah, what's the one that's like apple and chile, and it comes through the top like a Play-Doh thing? It was
Oh yeah,
Oh,
spices
pelon.
on it.
he.
Pelon pelo rico.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. He fell in love with that. I got the sweet and spicy is like the only way to go, man. I love it all.
All right, I'm gonna give you
see
guys
found it.
before we watch this thing. Very easy recipe if you want to get into like the flavor profiles that Mexican candy and Mexican like sweets have, which is like kind of sweet and sour type of thing. Whenever you go on to the grocery store, whether it's Walmart or Kroger or something, buy fruit like mangoes, watermelon. Those two will be fine. Oranges is fine too. Then buy this little thing called tajin.
Oh, tajin.
This little
Tajin.
bottle of just like it's like a chili powder called tajin.
$2.
I've only ever
Vagabond
seen it on the
Super
rims
Chat
of my
says-
drinks, but yes.
Vagabond says for $2 super chat. I know Ivan is a snack, but calm down, you guys.
Sometimes you just can't deny it, baby. You know.
Vagabundo, we're talking about watermelon stuff, all right?
Celltrade says, my
attention.
dad is a Mexiaku.
Mexitaku. He loves Mexican culture.
He loves
Nice.
Mexican
Oh my
culture.
goodness, dude.
like
so
a
good.
weed.
But
Hey, man, when it comes to food and spices, that's all good with me. If your house doesn't have the spices in bags and is completely disorganized, it's not a house I want to eat.
Yeah.
But if you have a house where the spices are in bags and everything is a mess to the outsider view, but you know exactly where everything is,
Oh yeah.
that's the house you eat at, guys.
Or you get Badia or Goya. They make good stuff
I
too.
think
So.
I think when your family are immigrants or they're from like a different country, I think a lot of us can relate to that because we've seen our parents cook, our grandparents cook, cousins, uncles, all that. And that spice reference, so many people will get.
Here's the thing, though. This is why I love Mexican food. Is because I'm of Irish and Swedish descent. Everything's boiled or everything's pickled. All right? It's shit. So as soon as I tried like Mexican food, I was in love because I'm like, oh, it has tiene sabor. I don't.
Yeah, it's got flavor. That's for sure. But let's bring the deer meme person.
You got it, boss.
All right. So you'll see the reference.
拳が頬骨全体気をつけて虎の肉球はぬるくないぞふんふふんふん泣きたいときは呼んでくれこして
So, like, does it have a point? No, but it exists. That's the whole reason of this anime.
That is awesome. I love it when people take pop culture references and don't do it to pander to people, but they take the pop culture references because they're legitimately funny and part of the cultural zeitgeist, and actually put it in their animation. And the fact that the Japanese even know the Tobey Maguire dance is awesome, guys. Keep up the good work. I want to watch more of this stuff.
So yeah, that's the one I would recommend, especially if you're into memes. The other one that I would actually recommend too, that is very like, I wouldn't call it like super meme heavy, but it's very relatable. Is this show? I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's called VTuber. VTuber, and I forgot to turn off my stream or something like that. Which is the story about a VTuber, like super cutesy, like lovey-dovey VTuber. She's like all nice. Oh yes, I found it. She has her little internet persona. Here it is. Is this cute anime girl? Like, you've seen her all over the place. It's just a regular like fantasy anime girl, right? And she has her. She's a VTuber. People like her. But what happens when she forgets to turn off the stream and she lets loose of her alcoholic personality? And she just gets drunk on stream and starts looking at like some of the streams from her friends, like this one where they're using sausages and bananas to fight.
Let's be careful with the bananas, just because I know people who've gotten yeeted for the bananas.
Okay.
So dumb.
But yeah, that is really cool. I like it. You know what I also like?
And just read the subtitle.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So she's a complete degenerate.
That certainly sounds like it.
So yeah, you have this like super cutesy like
I can fix her.
But
But
you
then,
know what I
yeah,
like what animes have been doing recently? They've been taking the subtitles and not only using the subtitles for like the words being spoken, but they're also putting it on top of text and letters. Because I can't read what is it, kanji?
Yes.
So like I very much appreciated that from a perspective of somebody who doesn't speak or read or write the language. I think it's a good way to bring that culture into our culture. If you guys know what I mean.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that's really cool.
So yeah, this one, the name of this one is called VTuber Legend: How I Went Viral After Forgetting to Turn Off My Stream.
I love how all the animes that I have seen use like Panic at the Disco level of titles, for their freaking like shows and everything. It cracks me up. I love it.
Well, and the reason why you see this like this type of titles is because in Japan, the competition to make your anime is pretty high. Like, it's a very competitive market. So whenever you release like short novels, which a lot of anime are, inspired from and everything, they need to capture the audience like right away. So instead of counting on the youngsters, the customers to just grab the thing, oh, I like the art, turn it around, let's read the synopsis. They literally put the synopsis as the title. So when people go and like, oh, this VTuber forgot to turn off her stream, something wacky must be happening. And now it becomes a little bit more interesting. Or like you have shows like The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, or
I love that show.
that show is pretty good. Or the time I got I lost my last life and I got reincarnated as a vending machine. So like
That's
like, what?
that's a good show. If you guys haven't seen that show, that is a good show. Also reincarnated into a sword.
Oh, I started watching that one. I dropped it, but I know that one.
I'm waiting for the I got reincarnated as a vibrator.
Hey,
Oh,
don't worry.
that exists.
It's
I can
already
tell you.
out there. Just go to you go to those sites. You'll probably be able to find it.
Okay.
I love how No Green Rocks will not let me advocate for backing up your videos, but go to a smutty site. Yeah,
I never specified which.
this man is of questionable morals.
Partly because I don't know, but partly because I don't want to get in trouble from YouTube.
Why?
Newsflash: it's going to happen anyways, even if you're the sweetest man, which you are.
Yeah, but I don't purposely go out of my way to cause it. That's one of the things about me. I try and follow rules as much as possible without purposely going out of the way to break them, because I
You're a
don't
good man.
take advantage of my community in that way. If it happens accidentally, then I really hope that people are behind me, but I do not use my community to purposefully cancel myself. That is not something I personally want to do. Everybody can do what they want to do, but it's not something I feel comfortable with.
Fair enough.
Now, Ivan, you have spoken that you are an editor.
Mhm.
Now, I wouldn't call myself like a professional editor or anything because one, I don't have a job. Sometimes I pick up jobs here and there, being an editor, but I have full-time work and everything like that. But have you ever heard of the editing podcast?
No.
So basically, if you guys don't know the editing podcast, it's about two editors who just talk about films, editing, and all that jazz for between an hour or 45 minutes, and they talk about editing in in-depth detail. I highly recommend it. Give me 1 sec. I will bring up the Twitter. If you have any interest in editing, um, these guys have worked for Mr. Beast. They've worked for people like Justin Bieber, things like that. They work a lot on music videos. Now, when I first started doing memes and everything, I started doing intros with the Friday Night Tights music, which helped me learn to keep a beat within the editing. But the reason why I bring them up is because sometimes in a lot of scenes that people are filming, people cut too early and don't allow the scene to play out. Now, for example, in this episode and in this movie, they actually let the scene play out for a very long time. And because of that, it's more of an emotional grab. Ivan, do you have any comment or anything on that kind of stuff?
Good music. Who's playing the music?
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought it was my tabs or something like that.
Me,
Oh,
no, it's me.
Sorry, guys. That I just took our stream down, basically.
It
That's
was
my
too
music
quiet.
in the
You're good.
background that I play to keep myself focused. I can't focus without music, so.
It's good
Got it.
music, though.
Yeah, it
You're
was-
a
it
man
was
of
good.
good taste. Questionable morals, but good taste.
I mean, there is a reason why the playlist is called Bangers.
Nice.
But yeah, so I guess this stream is already gonna get copyright struck.
I don't think so. You were talking over it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Okay.
was very quiet and muffled. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
My food.
that's the thing. Like, I didn't know this thing existed. This the editing podcast, but I do appreciate every time whenever there's any single editor out there or person in general that appreciates the art of editing, because I don't think a lot of people see it for the art that it is. You have footage, you have takes, you have things, and that's the thing. You can rearrange it into so many different things, and like you give two editors the same footage, you're gonna have two different results.
And I
Yeah.
love that. You know, that's why I wish more people if you guys know what's Brendan Herrera's podcast with all the gun tubers, you guys know?
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. Thank you.
They're called Unsubscribe. So Ivan, have you heard of that podcast?
Mm-mm.
So basically, it's a bunch of gun tubers kind of getting together, just shooting the shit, talking about a whole bunch of stuff. They actually had Nerdrotic on their show, and they put a Google Doc in the description of things you could use publicly without having to worry about getting like struck or anything. So if you did want to practice your editing skills or make anything from it, it was already there. I really think a lot more people should do things like that
Mhm.
if they want their podcast or anything to grow like that, and that way it gives people an option to use one scene but have hundreds of different viewpoints, hundreds of different styles. This is why I always encourage people to just practice and grow.
Hey,
I have
it's the backbone of memeing, baby. It's one source, many results. So
Exactly.
I have one suggestion for anyone that wants to get into editing or that wants to like improve their editing skills. Uh, well, two suggestions. The first one, doesn't matter if you're watching anime or doesn't matter if you're watching a movie or a series or anything like that. The way you listen to music and you can find the beat of the music, find the beat of the scene. Try to look at scenes as rhythmic patterns. Try to find the cadence of voices, try to find how often are they cutting and stuff like that. Try to find a rhythm. Try to make it into a melody. That is going to improve a lot how you cut conversations, cut dialogue, cut a lot of things. The second one is going to be whenever you like are able to download any scene from any movie that you like, just grab it and say to yourself, all right, let's make it funny.
No, that's why I appreciate the communities that I've become a part of, is because when they now know me well enough to know when I make something, it comes from a place of humor and enjoyment and doesn't come from a place of, negativity or, just mean stuff.
No,
I go ahead.
no, I was gonna say like turn the scene funny.
Yeah.
And then turn the scene scary. Turn this scene silent.
So you're saying basically take what scene that you're watching and change it from its original, like let's say it's a scary scene,
Mhm.
Take it and make it funny. Put clown music behind it, or
Yep.
just practice and have fun with it. This is why I always push for people to create their own stuff with their own imagination and not copy other people's work. Sure, you can like upgrade a meme or something like that, but if you credit the original creator, I will be more than happy to share and retweet what you created. I'm always watching out for new talent that exists and people who actually put in the work.
And here's the thing.
Mo is
go
one
on.
of the newest members, and he knows how much work it takes. So,
Well, I literally do it. Well, not memeing for a living. That would be the tits. But I am a I am a graphic designer, and I actually do video editing. So what? And this is the mindset you need to be in. And this is you deal with this in marketing all the time. And Ivan just gave you a bunch of examples, but there's one through line that connects all of them. Understanding that your audience are not idiots. They understand spooky. They understand funny. They understand. You want to kind of set the scene, but you want them to interpret it in the that's the whole thing. Like all memeing, all movies, we don't want to tell you what to feel. We want to just be like, hey, just here you go, and whatever feeling we want you to go a certain way with your feelings, but it doesn't mean it always goes that way. But if it evokes an emotion, that's what we want. We want you to be like, hey, I want you to buy this, or I want you to laugh at this, or I want you to be sad at this. And that's the whole thing. And that's why entertainment sucks ass right now, is because they treat their audience like idiots. Yeah, well, that, and they're treating their audience like idiots because all you can do is, and tell me if I'm right about this, Ivan. You can call me a puñeta anytime you want, but it's but
Puta.
But yeah. Okay. Anyways, when you edit, it's okay. This is why. Okay, let me. I've been wanting to ask this of you, Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
The first really good edit of a movie I didn't like was the Phantom edit of episode 1. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Where they just cut out most of the Jar Jar Binks and they speed up the pace, like you said, the beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much better. It's it's like a half an hour shorter, but the movie is actually good. They don't have a lot of exposition. You don't have the senators yibber yammering all the time. So yeah, no, it's just editing is an art form in and of itself, and you're not adding anything on top of it. It's not post-production.
And here's the thing. Whenever you edit anything, you have to consider the most important aspect of everything. Because I feel like the way I describe editing is that you have 3 types of editing. And all of them 3 have to be combined in order to create something good. The first type of editing is the visual. The second is the auditory. Third one is the emotional. A lot of people forget to include the emotion of the audience into their edits or content, and that way that's why there's no connection. There's no sympathy. There's not any sort of love for it. You don't care, as the audience, you don't care for it. I want to give you guys a little example, if I may.
Oh, please. Better to have examples so people know what to see and what not to see.
Okay.
Now, Ivan, I do want to tell you, if you ever get a chance to watch the editing podcast, there is something. What they did is they took a scene from John Wick, like a motorcycle scene. They removed the audio completely and then put in their own audio of the different sound effects and everything like that. And then they put that up on their channel as an art thing. Is that something you would kind of recommend? Like, remove all the audio for something and then play around, put your own audio and things like that in there?
Yeah, of course. All right. So let me show you this, because I think this is going to be like the best example that hopefully it's going to expand a little bit your mind in what editing can do. Okay, so let me share my screen with you guys. Okay, here it is. So here we have I have Premiere Pro. That's what I usually use.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
Yeah,
it's like
yeah, good man. See, these plebes don't know. Let's just start our own podcast, Ivan. Let's go. These guys use their phone and all kinds of other substandard
I use
devices.
anything I can to get the job done. It could be DaVinci, it could be CapCut. I can't afford Adobe.
But just because you're poor doesn't mean that you have to trash it. Like, I'm sorry.
No, I'm trashing Adobe because of the whole controversy they had.
Oh yeah.
You don't own your work, by the way, Ivan.
Oh, I know. I don't care. As long as as long as I get paid. But okay, so here it is. We have this is, and you can see the title right here. Man slowly opening his eyes, close up. This is it. Like the entire video is just this person with his eyes open, right? You can see it just, that's it. He just blinks. There's nothing to it. That's it. Now, I want to show you. I wanna show
Exactly,
you
Zombie Box Review. Hail to you, my dude.
I want to show you
Wrong.
this. Here we have a shot of a vegetable soup. And that's it. It's just soup. Right? That's it. Can we all agree that it's just a random shot of soup?
That is correct. But this shot of soup can be turned into
All right.
many different things.
They're making me hungry. That looks like some good soup.
All right.
actually.
So
This is a symbol of the patriarchy.
okay. So let me
Yes.
show you this. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make a little incision right here, and I'm going to add the soup right here. Gonna grab when the thing is doing this. Cool. Gonna drag it right here, put it there. Okay. So what's going to happen now is that this emotionless shot of a guy just staring into the camera, now he's going to be hungry. Just watch. He's looking at the soup, and you can tell he's looking at it. We have attributed an emotion to an other seamless nothing shot, right? Now, what happens whenever we put maybe the shot of a little girl with a teddy bear? Maybe he's remembering fondly when he had fun with his daughter or something. And we go back to him.
I.e. Ratatouille flashback scene.
Yeah, or he's being really freaking creepy and he's just chilling in his car looking.
Or what happens when we have
You just turned my guy into a serial killer.
I know that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just
It's all about the context.
yeah.
So as you can see, I just grabbed 4 different random ass videos, but I attributed an emotion to each. In one of them was hunger. In the other one was longing. In this one is possibly remorse. Maybe he's reflecting on his life. Like, you can think of whatever he's thinking about as I present it to you.
And Nargid Hall says that got dark quick.
Yeah, I usually go that road. I'm sorry. But not really. I apologize for nothing.
You remember that time I kidnapped that girl?
Yeah. I'm a member. Yeah. Those are member berries of a whole different variety. Very, very dark. No, but here's the thing. And this is what being an editor, and I know you're probably clued into this because I've heard your takes, Ivan, is when you look at the world that way, when you cut a video that way, you have to understand that when we're watching like stuff from less reputable sources, they're cutting it in a way that can evoke emotion from us. So we have to question what we see from other editors. But a good faith editor is trying to get you to go somewhere. But there's editors in the news that give you half truths or lies or make somebody look better than they actually do. So like having an editor's eye will help you not be made a fool in real life.
So
it's funny that you say that because a lot of people were reaching out to me and asking me why I wasn't memeing certain things. And there are just some areas I don't go into. Like, I may go into it privately. Like, I practice editing even though, like, I don't put it out. But, I just think you guys need to try this kind of stuff. So what I am going to ask of the community, if you're watching today and have any interest in video editing or memeing or anything like that, through the next week, take the advice that Ivan gave you and implement it into your work. It doesn't have to be all the advice, but one piece of advice put into this video. And then when you do that, put 2 pieces of Ivan's advice in the next video. And just continue to do that and see what works for you. Every editor has his own style and his own energy. I will never be Perry Chan. Hopefully one day I could be in healthy competition with Perry Chan. But it's more of a Deku Bakugo relationship where it's like a healthy rivalry. And he's not kicking my ass. But, remember, all these things take steps. So implement the steps slowly, but go out and try it. And do it with Ivan's work. Go watch him on stream clip his stream, make something for him, make something to make him laugh. My ultimate goal is to raise you guys as creators, because there's a lot of crap out there that we don't like. So we need to take it on ourselves to create things that we like, because other people will also enjoy it.
And
That's my
yeah, and to that end, if you're worried about somebody overtaking your job, you should probably look
Get
a little
better.
more inward. You should want to help everybody else. Rising tide lifts all ships. Like Ivan just gave like some of the greatest. I've never heard it distilled to such a level, to those 3 levels, because you understand stuff when you're in marketing and graphic design, but to put it to where the layman, because you understand like kind of the intricacies, but you get lost in the weeds once you've been at it for a while. But to be able to put it so succinctly, when I said take notes, people, take some damn notes, whether it's your videos, whether it's your memes, or whether it's your job, because by the way, marketing exists in every single job. Like whatever you do, if you're mindful of those 3 tenets that he made, and I love him for putting it out there, it is really helpful to frame the world in that way, because then you're able to kind of break down the interactions between us humans. So I would say roll that one back, rewatch it, not just because, we want to get more views on the channel, but
I'd rather. It's funny because people
it'd be a
say,
damn good short. It really would. It'd be great. So
people say like, why did you create a separate Twitter for the Legion of Memers and didn't just put it all on yourself? Because I could have been like, yeah, the Legion of Memers is going to be on my Twitter, and then I would gain success from all of that. No, I'd rather you guys grow as a community and respect each other for the community. If there's no respect, then it's not really something I'm interested in. But respect the creators in your community, and keep the drama to yourselves, and just bring out the goodness in the community, and that's why I'm here. I just want to see you guys grow.
And the Legion of Memers, even though No Green Rocks was the one that took the lead on it, it's bigger than everything, man. We're just part of the apparatus that is Legion of Memers. We're here to make people laugh and think. If it goes beyond that, we're not doing our job. And we're not perfect, but we're gonna do our damnedest to make sure that we do right by the fellowship. So hail the fellowship.
Hail the fellowship. Hail to anybody in the community who wants to make this community a better place and all of us to grow and change things.
That's it. Make people laugh, make people think, and you're doing a good job.
So. Now, Ivan, are you big into comic books as well?
Not quite, to be honest with you. Like I have my favorites, but like I wouldn't be able to be like, yeah, on Thor number 87 from issue 19.
Oh yeah, I was never able to really afford comics as a kid, so like my knowledge comes from me actually actively going out and getting information. So I don't know what comic number is what, but I did want to bring this specific thing up. Hold on, let me turn off my music. Because I saw this tweet and I'm sitting here being like, Kirby has no idea what he's talking about. Apparently this guy, Jim Shooter, had a bad take on the comic industry. Okay. But I think, if anything, it's probably one of the best takes I have seen. So I'm just going to play it and get your reactions from it.
So how do you feel about the state of the comic book industry today?
I think they forgot what business they're in. I think that, hey guys, it's supposed to be entertainment, but a lot of it comes out like propaganda. And I don't care if you agree with every word they say. Nobody wants to read propaganda. It's just, it's boring. And an awful lot of retcon going on. And I mean, like I said, I respect the intent of the creators. And Jack Kirby never intended for Thor to be a girl. And he never intended. Joe Simon, Jack Kirby, and Stan Lee are spinning in their graves because they turned Captain America into like a Hydra guy or a Nazi or something, and he always was. Well, that's just wrong. You know, I mean, don't do that.
Stay true to the character. Stay true to the character.
Mhm.
So apparently, this dude thinks it's a bad take. I
because
heavily
have all the
disagree that it's a bad take.
Well, I could already tell it was a bet. Oh, go ahead, CJB. Sorry.
You have to have all the politics in it because you have to have my politics in it because then I can identify with it. And if I can't identify with it, then, well, that just hurts me deep down in my little inside.
You know how it was a bad take? Show that screenshot again. I'll show you.
Which
It's real easy. Real
I
easy.
already eated it.
You son of a... Damn it, no green rocks. What are you doing?
I'm trying.
Yeah, you are try harder. No, but it said he, him. So automatically...
You see, I disagree. I disagree. Because...
Oh, they deleted the post, apparently.
Oh, great.
Oh, wow. That escalated quickly.
I agree with his... I agree with his takes. With the take that he just gave. Like, yes, everything comes out of propaganda. I do agree, like 100% on that one.
I think I
and I think that's people forget that like he said, that's the business we're in. But I also think that people need to also have a little bit of a check themselves, because I see often in the community that you have a lot of people that are like, oh, we have freaking look at the pronouns, or look at like the LGBT representation, or the diverse cast, or whatever it is, right? And they're like, oh, we don't like that, and because it's retconning, or because this, or because of that. Cool. But what happens when a show or a comic book presents with ideals that are the same as yours? Are you going to defend it? And are you going to say, this is what it's all about, this is good? Or are you going to stand on the morals that you're supposed to be preaching and say, no, this is propaganda still? Even if I agree with it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So
Yeah,
you're saying because
yeah.
it's two sides of the same coin, do we think they're going to have the same reaction when the coin flips as they did on the opposite side?
Yes.
And here's the thing. Here's something that I disagree with what he said. There's always propaganda, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. There's something you want your crowd to feel and think and kind of go along with. Good propaganda is truth, justice, and the American way. Well, okay. I was trying to play but whatever works. But no, it's just like, it's like propaganda is a tool. It's like to get people excited about an ideal. What he's talking about is evil propaganda or subversive propaganda. Propaganda is propaganda. It's just like it's trying to sell an ideal or a belief system to somebody.
No, but you agree that you don't agree with that perspective. Like the propaganda that they're trying to sell you is one that you don't agree with. Like,
it's one that I don't agree with, but it's heavy-handed. It's like truth, justice, and the American way, but you can place yourself on that person. Like, I could fight against the fascists. You know, you basically, you can have two different viewpoints from, and not to get into politics, but from the left or the right. But a good comic, a good movie, a good anime, a good anything is where you can place yourself in the hero or the enemy if you really wanted to. And vice versa. That's what a good show is. You try to be agnostic of being preachy as much as you can, but we can't. You can't, like, it has to have a little bit of that in there. It has to have. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, I think you're more willing to accept any sort of quote unquote propaganda if the product is good. My example, Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd has created some of the best music the earth has ever seen. And it's all propaganda.
Are you next door to me? This is creeping me the fuck out. I got like the 180 gram re-release with all the initial, like, I love Pink Floyd. Yeah, I know. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. That really hit me in my heart. So go ahead.
But like, we cannot deny the fact that Pink Floyd is a complete anti-government propaganda machine. Their music is all about, well, most of their music is about anti-establishment, anti-government.
Mm-hmm.
But the music is really good. Therefore, the message is conveyed. You might not agree with the politics of Roger Waters, but you can enjoy the music and say, you know what, that's hard. So I think the problem here, because again, comic books, whether people want to recognize it or not, comic books have always been about propaganda. The X-Men were a propaganda of the anti-Cold War because of, like mutations and shit like that. Also accepting people into society as an allegory of racism.
I think a lot of people agree with you on this take. Mephisto says Roger Waters is a scumbag. Pink Floyd is awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, some of your best artists are some of the most tortured souls. So I can give him a pass. Mark Hamill is well beyond that pass. Like he's like getting too much. Like he's in.
That's another point that I don't get, the hate for Mark Hamill, because Mark Hamill is Mark Hamill. He's not Luke Skywalker. He was an actor that played Luke Skywalker, and I think a lot of people want Mark Hamill to be Luke Skywalker because he played Luke Skywalker. And the moment they see that he's a completely different person, he's just an actor, like he played a character and that's it. Like he's not the Joker. He played the Joker.
But he's a damn good Joker.
His voice is amazing.
But at the end of the day, he's a person. He's just a person. And just because he has like a political view and he's just like super passionate about it, go for it. Like, it's not Luke Skywalker. It's just another person.
But here's the problem: is I'm willing to turn a blind eye to most anybody like that. I don't care how bad they are, but they keep they're like the end of Akira. This monster just keeps spreading and getting into other areas. I want to avoid him, but I'm watching politics. He's there. I hear stuff. He's like he's unavoidable with his takes nowadays. He's in all parts of pop culture. So it's annoying because he is just like, he's being very hateful, very like, that's a great PFP, by the way.
Jeff Dane says there's a Stanley interview where he says
resisted,
he always
did not
resisted the urge to preach with his comics. And, it's funny that you bring that up because in the Legion, I have a way of doing things where I don't care about your political opinions, but I don't want a Legion meme being strictly political. One, it is way too easy to get garner attention from it. You'll get
and it's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's rarely ever funny enough to even be worth your time. Yeah, it's low.
So the way I go about it is, unless it's being talked about on the show that you are covering, I typically say, it's just not, you can do whatever you want, but it's just not something I want in the Legion because I don't care left, right. I don't care. As long as you don't want to kill me or you're not looking to harm the Legion, then you do whatever it is that you want to do. But when it comes to politics, we're not here for that. We're here to make people laugh and create content we can. Hold on. Vagamond just dropped another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. You really don't have to. You can also
skipped your mortgage this month, didn't you?
Like,
this
you
is
really
an inside
don't
joke
have
between
to
us.
drop super chats, although I very much appreciate it. I do try and get to everybody in chat as much as I can. Thank you, Vagabond. I appreciate you. For $5, Vagabond says, I think what Jim was talking about was the changing lore of characters for propagandist's take, hence retcons. I think overall he would agree with Ivan.
Yeah, like changing, like, for example, Iron Fist. He's my favorite character, my favorite comic book character of all time. I love Iron Fist. I'm not going to take my shirt off, but I have the Iron Fist tattoo on my chest. And
Ivan is taking away clicks from us. Everybody drop it. Take it off. Take it off. Go ahead, Ivan.
And I what?
Sorry.
The giggity goo. Yeah.
So I love Iron Fist, and what I saw on the show that they did, the Netflix show, for me was an aberration. Like they disrespected the character in so many ways, and they decided to give it to ultimately the girl. So now we have, which we have had women Iron Fist in the past, but the way they made Colin Wing the new Iron Fist was just fucking stupid. Now in the comics, we do have a new Iron Fist, which was the girl that plays Michonne in The Walking Dead, the bodyguard of Black Panther.
I actually stopped watching that show after the kid had to take out his own mom. I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Well, this is in the comics. Like this is not like part of the show, but in the comics, they retcon how one becomes an Iron Fist, and I despised it. It was like it defeated the purpose of the entire character. So yes, retconning for the sake of propaganda, because the character to get now the power of the Iron Fist was a strong black female character. It was like, dude, I know why you're doing it, and you didn't earn it. And I think that's the main problem with modern day comics and modern day everything, is that it's okay. Like we are okay with change. I assume we are open-minded enough to be okay with change and opposing views, but just earn it.
Yeah.
You know, if you wanna make Luke Skywalker a hermit, like desolate, that he forgot about his friends, okay, earn him. Don't just put him there. Earn him, you know?
There's an old saying though, don't be so open-minded that your brain falls out of your head. So it's you need to stick to your principles. So it is what it is, and I agree with you. But saying there's no propaganda in anything is just propaganda is used as like a
there's
term.
tasteful propaganda. And
and there's light propaganda and there's heavy propaganda. But there's always going to be propaganda. You're gonna want people to kind of like believe what you believe because we're just human. When you we were talking about Mexican candy earlier. I know Ivan and I are probably the only people in the chat and on the stream that probably enjoy that shit. but you know what? We were propagandizing mango and chile. So
yeah, my family's Indian. I grew up with a hell of a load of spices in my kitchen and some great candies. I know the skin color doesn't show it, but thankfully I am one of those people. I really don't like this
what is it,
term,
milk bread? What's the little treats that are like marzipan but actually don't taste like shit? The milk something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So great, like because I had a bunch of Indian food. I was at a Indian wedding.
You're talking the one with the almond on top?
Oh, they're like they're like marzipan, but they don't taste like sawdust. They're actually really fantastic. Good. Yeah, sorry.
Marzipan is disgusting. You're talking about the sweet one, right?
Oh, they're like it's milk something. They're so oh my goodness, dude. If there's a celebration, an Indian celebration, go to it because they know how to party.
See,
without alcohol, by the way, just food. They try to kill you with food and sweets. Yes,
exactly. And then they say, "Why'd you get so fat?" I don't know, maybe because you're feeding out all the good food, but whatever. Zombie Box Review says, I like a good curry every so often.
Curry's
amazing. I make I haven't learned how to make lamb curry yet, but I make a bomb-ass beef curry.
Don't get the Sonic curry.
I don't get any curry from people I don't know.
No. Sonic the Hedgehog curry. Have you not seen? This is a real thing.
What?
You've never seen Sonic the Hedgehog curry?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Hey, we got Steel Leg of History hopping in chat. Mozambique, can you read that for me?
Sorry, I missed the beginning. Okay, sorry. Sorry, I missed the beginning of the stream. Was doing a stream where I was trying to get a Twitch drop for Warframe. Hey, that's all right, man. Sorry, awesome, Sorry, I was trying to do my own damn thing, and sorry that I didn't contribute to your damn thing. All right, do your own damn thing, sir. So,
shout out to Steel Leg of History, great supporter of the show.
Oh, he's good.
Madhouse Retro says,
Dulce de leche.
Yeah,
Dulce de leche. There you go.
And by the way, if you conflate that with caramel, you're a plebe. It is so different than caramel. It's better than caramel. It's the more successful brother of caramel. Dulce de
yes,
leche
for real. I make my own curry with my own spices. I have cinnamon sticks in my cabinet right now.
In your unmarked bags.
Yeah, no, they have stickers on them, but they're in like plastic bags and like Ziploc everything. It is some of them are just ones where you cut the tip off and you just like roll it.
I share. Yeah, this is a real thing.
All right,
That's
can we
the
all?
problem.
Okay, I know Ivan and I have disagreed on things. I know everybody else on the channel is disagreeing. This is disgusting. Can we all agree on this?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. I feel like we hurt Ivan's soul.
And that rice seems a bit dry too, just saying.
Yeah.
Lo siento.
Dude, like every time you show anything that, like, whenever you go into the Sonic rabbit hole,
Of course
if you
would
show
bring it up.
anything other than the games from Sonic, like it's some aberration.
I can't believe you, Vagabond.
Dude, the
He
Sonic
tried,
Chew,
apparently.
the Sonic Chew medallion story just.
Don't even. I don't.
I
Want
don't
to
want to, but it like
I
blew
don't
my
want to
mind.
bring that bad juju to anybody, anywhere, at any time.
Or what was it? The Darth Vader burger that Burger King made that turns everyone's poop like hot liquid green.
The buns were black. They had black buns.
And they made you poop like highlighter green, like
But
ectoplasm.
here, I've been checked out. Let me tell you how good of
No,
a
it's
good
just,
a good. This man has good taste. I see a Quick Trip cup in his background. Quick Trip is the shit. It gets no respect. Yeah.
What?
Quick Trip.
Oh,
yeah,
there
boy.
you go.
Yeah, dude. Quick Trip is honestly like it can give not Bucky's. Bucky's is amazing, but it can give Wawa a run for its money. It has some good shit there. Anyways, I have to.
Yeah, I
Jeff,
like the trip.
I think Ivan is working on an edit.
Yes, I am re-editing the Acolyte just the same way I re-edited The Last Jedi, and today around 8 p.m. Eastern time, which is gonna be in about 2 hours and a half, I will be watching the last two episodes of the Acolyte live, and then I'll start re-editing it. But here's the thing, and this is like I have to, for anyone that wants to join to the watch party, because I do watch it live. I am not watching the Acolyte to hate it. I'm watching it to find the best parts about it so I can make a good show out of it. So if you go into my stream thinking that I'm just going to trash it, no. I'm there to like find what's good in it, to mold it into a watchable, nice experience. And I honestly, I firmly believe I can turn it into a good movie. I firmly believe so.
That is compelling, but it literally you're talking about taking out some boxing gloves and separating the pepper from the fly shit. Like,
dude, that's what I did with The Last Jedi.
I am so tuned in to what you're trying to do right now. I that would be amazing because that is like literally.
And
do you want an example of it? Do you want
Yes,
to see an
feel free.
example? All right.
Examples are great. Just so you know, guys, I'm dropping the link to the Discord. Are you going to be watching it live from the Discord, or how are you going to be doing that?
No, on my channel, on the Ivan Ortega channel.
Okay.
On that channel.
Ivan's channel is Zombie Box Reviews. Shout out to you, doing a lot of work in the background. Hail to the mods. You guys absolutely rock. Ivan's channel is in the chat right here. Zombie Box has brought it up. Go check it out. Subscribe. Interact with the content. Even if you don't agree with everything, go interact with the content. Be respectful as to say, I disagree with that, or I agree with this. We are all part of the same community. Even when we disagree with somebody, we are not the left. We don't go out and try and cancel people because we don't like their opinions.
No, do you think? Look at Ivan and I. We disagree on a lot of stuff this last part of the stream, but it's okay. It's just our
It's a
viewpoints.
civil conversation we're all having here.
Yeah,
Ivan,
and by the way, if you live in a bubble, you're no better than anybody else.
Yeah,
don't live in a bubble. Expand your horizons. And I'm not saying Ivan is in a bubble or we're in a bubble or anything like that, but just try new things. And
all right.
And if you sub to his channel, drop a subbed in chat. I already see Steel Leg of History saying that he subbed, and Zombie Box Review saying he subbed.
So hopefully I am going to earn your sub with what I'm about to do. This is going to be like very simple, but it can give you an idea of what I'm going to do with the show. All right. So check this out. You're not going to be able to hear it because I don't want to. I don't want this to be taken down for copyright.
Like audio, yeah.
Yeah, but there's not going to be audio, but you can understand the scene really well. So check this out. In this scene of the Acolyte, we have this woman, the assassin, approach a table to assassinate a Jedi. We see her approaching the table, takes the hood off as she says, "Oh, Master and Dara, we have unfinished business, you and I." And then the Master turns in, and she's like, "Yes." She responds to the girl, keeps on talking, and then goes into what I call the Mega Mind pose. And she takes this like little pose that I think is just like silly. She keeps watching, and then the customers, the ones that are sharing a drink, they just look around and they start laughing. Like, oh, what's this girl doing, right? And she's like, oh, hold on, my guys, it's okay. They keep talking a little bit. They exchange a couple of words. Then she goes into the action scene. All right. So that's the original scene. So this is the way I think. What happened in this scene? Number one, you establish your villain that came in to assassinate a Jedi, and you kind of made fun of her by having the people laughing, and you did not create a lot of intrigue because she came in talking. That's what she did. She came in talking, got her little pose, had a little dialogue with the little pose. So that way, as a first impression, the viewer is not going to feel very intimidated by this person. So what I'm going to do is going to try to make her look more aggressive and intimidating. The way to achieve that, we're going to do a couple of incisions. She's going to arrive the same way. She's going to take this thing off. Cool. We're going to cut right there.
And just so you know, from what I hear, he's using keyboard shortcuts.
Yes, good man, good man.
Take it from somebody who did not learn the keyboard shortcuts because he learned everything by hand on his phone. Learn keyboard shortcuts. It will save you an insane amount of time whenever you're editing.
Just wait till you find out about macros, people.
Baby steps, Mo. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Yes, macros are god tier.
And just so you know, like when people are editing, a lot of times, which is why I don't do live streaming when I edit, is because we're so focused on what we're doing that every single brain cell is focusing on the job that needs to get taken care of. And I can see, if you look at Ivan, you can see how furrowed his eyebrows are at him focusing on what he needs to do. That is always what editors do.
So now we're going to play the scene again. This time, the person, and I'm going to mute the audio and put like music. It's just going to be music. You're going to hear the background of the people, like, having their drinks or whatever, and just music, like a rising music. Just try to imagine a rising music because there's not going to be dialogue. Why? Because I want her to be a villain. I want her to be more intimidating. So she's going to arrive with the rising music. She takes off the cloak. As the Jedi pays attention to it.
Oh, bro, music, that is...
Then we keep on the music. She's not saying anything. We don't see her talking. Then she takes this thing off. Instead of going into the people, now we see her like looking like, what are you trying to do? Who are you? And immediately goes to attack the person. So that way we make her just like come in. Yes, can I help you? It starts going batshit. That way we create the first impression to this character to be one of being aggressive and one of being of respect. Like she came in to do some work. She didn't come in to have a dialogue or to like announce her attack. So she just came in, just rising music, ta da 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 ta da. Then she keeps doing the thing. What's going in? And just
Yep.
goes for the attack. That way, we create a character that is more aggressive, that is like way more down to business, and we don't subdue the character by having this this unnecessary dialogue. And also, we don't subdue the character by having other characters laugh at our character. We want to create intimidation. Let's make her intimidating. So that's the type of things that I look for to make this better. You see what I mean?
And I think that's the biggest thing with modern writers is they want to tell, not show.
Yes.
Want to explain
Yep.
shit to death before they actually show anything. When that right there, that 15-second clip already had me way more intrigued about this character than the entire show did.
If you guys are intrigued and you enjoy this kind of thing, which I very much hope you do, go check out Ivan's channel. Oh, you said in 2 hours?
Yeah, it's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay, go subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also follow him on Twitter because I'm sure he will also drop the link to it in his Twitter as well.
From time to time I do. It's better to turn on the notifications of my channel because Twitter sometimes is because I'm not going to pay for Twitter, and because of that, my notifications don't get sent out that much.
Okay. So go follow him on YouTube, hit the notification bell. How often do you end up typically posting on your channel?
Well, this is the first time that I've been posting since like 4 years ago. So, but it's becoming very regular. Like the best way that I can say is just as I am doing this Acolyte re-edit, just tune in, hit the notification button because I stream when I can. I am a full-time editor and I edit like as a living. So it is when it is allowed for me to do so, meaning like I have the time, I just go and do it. So I don't have like necessarily a set schedule. So just be up to date and join because I will be re-editing the Acolyte live. I'm like most of the show is going to be re-edited live. So and I will be doing this type of changes and you'll see it and I'll be explaining the process, the hows and the whys. Another thing that I've been looking into the Acolyte, for example, is the color. I feel like
color grading.
The color grading
Color
of the
grading
Acolyte
is shit.
is so goddamn flat. So I've been playing with a couple of LUTs to give this show like more range because I want this show to be presented in like a primal era, like 2000 years before the prequels. So I've been playing around and this is
I want you guys to know what Ivan is doing now is probably one of my favorite things to watch and learn. And I have, like, for example, the editing podcast is something very similar to this. They talk about, the details of the editing and why do what J cuts, L cuts, all that kind of stuff they talk about. So what Ivan is doing here is essentially helping each one of you learn how to do this kind of stuff. So go watch it if you're interested. And even if you're not, I think it would help you as any content creator pick up tips and tricks. Sorry.
Yeah. No, legit. Like you don't have to edit a movie in order to like learn from editing, So if you do want to like learn how to edit your YouTube videos way better, I'm not going to show you how to do it, but I will be talking about the core essence, the elements that are needed in order to convey whatever you want to your audience. So you can just grab my core concepts and apply them to whatever you do. Like, for example, this is something that I'm going for. The Acolyte has a very warm yellow, brown, orange color palette, which conveys the emotion of safety, of coziness. This is a very warm and cozy type of palette, and it has it all throughout the show. So what I'm going for is to make it more sinister, more uneasy, more unnerving. I'm going to mute things, make it more cold, make it colder, because this show is about the dark side, right? So I want to emphasize that we are not in a cozy situation. You see what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
so tell me the difference between these two shots, how one makes you feel protected, the other one makes you feel uneasy.
Dark. Yeah. It's funny how something as simple as lighting can change the entire thing. If you need a good example of that, when the Superman movie came out with Zack Snyder, it was incredibly dark to the point where it was very difficult to watch in a brightly lit room because you couldn't see some of the scenes.
Mhm.
But then there was somebody out there who literally just
Oh, yeah.
changed
Yeah.
the scale, the color scaling to make it more as bright as Superman should be, and the whole vibe changed.
Mhm.
There's a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, and they had the
uh,
music
that
playing
exists.
too, and it hit way harder. The
Yeah,
music, 'cause
exactly.
of it-
So you
yes.
have to remember, not only is the color grading important, it's also important to the story that you're trying to tell and what characters you're using.
Mhm.
If you guys watch Smallville, you'll see a lot of the scenes where Metropolis is more chrome, dark, but when you go to Smallville, things are more bright, things are more orange. So remember that if you're going to be doing things like that, you have to, you know, make sure the color grading is good for the characters and the scenes that you're working on.
And here we go again with the three main components of a good edit. Like we saw with the girl just coming in for the business. She's like, "Oh, I'm here to just deliver some knuckle punches." That was visual. Removing the audio and increasing the music to add suspense to the character was audio. That was the auditory. So we had visual, we had auditory, and then we changed the color to what? To make you feel something, to make you feel uneasy. That's the emotional aspect. Those are the three components that will make a good edit.
And we do have some people here who work very heavily in the music stuff. CJP, would you agree with the statement that you can change a scene simply by changing the music?
Oh, definitely, because music conveys emotion.
Mhm.
Music is one of the most universal languages there is.
Oh, totally.
And you can completely change the tone of a scene by what the music is playing.
Absolutely.
Honestly, one of my favorite soundtracks of all time is Conan the Barbarian by Basil Poledouris. And the reason why is because
Super
so much
underrated.
of that movie is dialogueless. There's very little dialogue in Conan. If you really look at it, there's not a lot of talking.
And there's not a lot of dialogue in RoboCop either by
Yeah.
Mr. Polidorus, who's
There's not a
super
lot of
underrated, by the
dialogue
way.
in a show called Primal, and it's still freaking amazing.
So all of the emotion of these scenes have to be carried by the music. And that's where that comes in so importantly, because you have to convey what is this scene doing without any dialogue. Like the tree of the Wheel of Pain in Conan is one of my favorite examples of this, because it's just this slow grinding music as you watch him grow up, pushing this basically torture device until when you finally see him as an adult, when he raises his head and the music becomes so triumphant.
Oh, that was so good. Yes.
You see Arnold's face for the first time in this movie. He's just the only one left on this wheel, just pushing this thing. That's an incredible amount of the combination of the visual of his face rising and the music portraying what he is as a character. You're thinking automatically, oh, this guy's a fucking badass.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a bit. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mo.
I thought it was a bit untoward when he's like, "I'm grown up now." I thought that was a bit too much. I'm glad they took that out of the movie. I'm glad they edited that out.
Although, oddly enough, behind the scenes, though, that thing was actually really, really light. And the first time he actually pushed it, he whacked a guy.
Sorry, your teeth look like mine now. My
And
bad.
have people on the other side pushing against him to keep it from spinning.
Oh my goodness.
Well, all right, we're coming towards the end of our show, and it is my favorite part, hopefully your favorite part, where we see what the community has made meme-wise, because as we are the Legion of Memers, we love it when people bring up our memes, so why not bring up your memes? So let us go to the meme break. All right, what we got here, we got our first meme by Dan S. Hug, go, punch, and comedy. Mo, you want to explain this?
You go punch.
Hugo Punch. I have no idea. I know that's I see a Fed on there. That's all I know. That's all I know. I see a Fed, so I'm already afraid.
I'm sorry the meme went over my head, but it's good. I like what you did with the face swap and replacement. Great cleaning up of that background, dude.
How
Good
about
job.
nice Hugo punch?
Anytime you make fun of a rude eye, I'm here for it, and it's amazing.
We got this
I
one
love
from
that.
JS Pena. Zahan from Farscape. What's her name? Very nice. Well done, dude. Well
Nice.
done.
I
She
approve
was
this
also my least
message.
favorite character in Farscape too. So
Oh my god!
We have this from Extra Zero Retro
Wow.
Gaming Smile. Very,
So-
very nice.
Those of us who grew up on Microsoft Paint, on Mario Paint, that hits way too hard. That is really funny.
Absolutely slaps. Great meme, my dude. I love it.
Yeah.
We got this one from Isaac. Yeesh.
oh,
Lucas Star Wars versus Disney Star Wars.
what was the one
Damn,
that
dude.
Meme Bastard put out? It was the picture of Kathleen Kennedy. It is the power of one. And that was Ryan Johnson next to Leslie Headland, the power of two, and then Disney, the power of many.
And then we got this one from Phantom X,
Fucking A.
who is also in chat. Hail to you, my dude. Very nice.
I hate you, Phantom X. And I mean that. I mean that with all love.
Is that your
Yeah, so I was on vacation last week, and that was one of the streams we did with Alec Baldwin's finger. And I wasn't meaning to be on stream that night. I was enjoying my vacation, enjoying some bebidas, and I had a bit too much, which I don't usually do. So I fell out of my stool, and I showed them, hey, this is my stool that I fell out of. It's a piece of crap. And Phantom X decided to just saturate the internet with bullshit. I hate you.
I thought that was your wife pillow.
Very nice. We got this one from Tris of CJP Mania running wild. I love it. Great job. Have you ever worn that bandana, or did she just put it on you?
No, she put that on me. I don't wear bandanas.
Very,
yeah.
very nice.
Much respect to the drop shadow underneath the do-rag. That was a nice touch.
Very, very nice. We got this one from Moz from Tris.
Oh,
He
it's his fault.
pushed a button and the whole world suffered.
Yeah.
Shout out to the full Aussie crew. You guys are fantastic. We got this one from Tris of the Blabbering Collector.
dear Lord.
Can't stop the Disney villain. Very, very nice. And shout out to the Side Scrollers crew for putting out easy to use assets and memes. Oh, this one I like a lot. Thank you for not making me Ben Grimm, even though I'm Jewish. Everybody seems to put me on Ben Grimm. Because he is also Jewish.
I think it's more of a size thing than anything else.
Yeah, okay. Ivan, I just have to say your figure has gotten
Slimmer.
much better.
Hey, I'm all for it though. Like I'm gonna get more jobs if that's the case. I can tell you that much.
We got this one from very nice.
God damn.
Ivan, I just have to say today you've just been showing off a lot of skin, man. Just saying.
I'm in touch with my feminine side. What can I say?
Very, very nice. Serious, man. We got this one. There you go, George. Thanks.
Why is CJP little Anakin?
I know. Why am I the chosen one?
CJP looks a little touched in that picture.
Oh, very nice, Chris. Very nice.
Yeah.
First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the bitches.
You gotta color your hair like that.
First you get the khakis, then you get the jobs, then you get the chicks.
Well, I don't think that was put on by Triss. I think Ivan actually wore that wig.
My girlfriend has a Bunny Bulma cosplay, so I use her wig.
Very, very nice. I mean, you got to be careful, Ivan. The Legion of Memers is always watching.
Yes. Ten cuidado.
We got this by core member.
Oh my dear Lord! My memory is scarred.
Probably more of the body type, except hairier legs. I don't know if we could ever make this happen. Maybe in a little while, a few years, because I'm not gonna use the community to fund something like this. But hopefully, one
if
day
you pay us, we won't make it. How about that? If we reach a limit,
exactly.
We will not make it.
We're gonna hold it hostage, basically.
Yes. If you don't pay us enough, we'll release it.
Release the calendar hashtag.
Yes, no touch-ups at all. All right,
we got this one as well from Isaac. This guy is very gay.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, there you go.
Why are you gay? You are
fantastic job on the memes, everybody. I'm so proud of you. I'm seeing some new memers hopping in, trying and giving it their best work, and that's all I want to see for you guys to grow and get better as creators. Shout out to everybody in chat. You guys absolutely rock. Chat's been lit up. Shout out to the mods. Zombie Box, I see you dropping all the links in the chat, and I can't thank you enough for that. I'm a little shorthanded right now, so I appreciate all the help you're giving me, man. CJP, what do you have going on this week?
Well, so this is a light week because I'm preparing for vacation. So I've been dropping more of the AI 60s band parodies that I've been making. So I've been doing one of those a week. But then on the 3rd, I will be doing a live premiere of this. I'm going to share my screen. And you can pop that up for me. It'll be the full remix of Metal Gear Solid's Snake Revenge in the GoldenEye sound font. Will be on the 3rd at 7 p.m. Central. And then the next week I'll be back with the Forgotten One cast will be back on the air, and we'll be going there. But I'm looking forward to this. This was a fun one to remix because I had to.
So CJP, I got a question for you. If anybody wants to use your work, where can they contact you?
You at Twitter. Just DM me on X. It's Forgotten the #1 music because the other one was taken somehow.
So shout out. There are a lot of creators who work in the music stuff who have allowed the Legion to use their work, and they gave me very specific work to use, and I try and be respectful of that, and I use it like that. But CJP is also doing the same thing as those creators are for us. If you reach out to him and he says go for it, use it, by all means have fun with it. We aren't here to strike the community or anything like that. So if you just reach out to him about using his work, I'm sure he's more than happy to let you use it. So just remember, respect the creators in your community, and you will be respected as well.
And of course, you can also find me Monday nights on Wrestling with Horror for Monday Nitro with Ita Pakuin and the Horsemen, doing our fun games. We didn't get to do Who's That Wagon this week, which made me a little sad, but it's a fun
Hey, we got Wookie Be Bad happening in the chat. Hail to you, my dude. He's been doing some great editing work too. A lot of the days I'll watch something and I'll send it directly to him and be like, hey, this might help you out. JP, you got anything else coming up?
Yeah, no, just go check out the music, and if you have any questions, just let me know.
Awesome sauce. Also, we got Mo Zambo, who has his own show. What's going on? Tell us what's happening.
Well, we have a startup. I would say like about 4 months ago, almost 5 at this point. We're already over 500 subscribers. We are the GCA, and I will not divulge what that stands for. That's up to you to decide. But we're just a bunch of people in the fellowship of differing likes and backgrounds and people that we follow. And we just decided, hey, enough is enough. Let's start our own channel. And it turned out that the people that we got, me and it's 7 other people and I, we really jive well together. It has not been easy behind the scenes, but nor should it be. You need to be able to have tough conversations to make a good product, and that's my advice to
As
people that are
long as you
getting
can
into it.
have tough conversations and be respectful of each other,
Yes,
I
totally
agree.
respectful. Yeah, no, and some of your best work will come from some of your most uncomfortable conversations, and I think everybody would agree on that. Yeah, so. But it's been really fun, just the learning process and putting stuff out. And I've seen a lot of people in the fellowship and on other channels say, making a show, if you're doing it to try to garner fame, you're going to get burned out and you're not going to enjoy it. We do it for fun. I mean, because of fun. We do this show because it's fun bullshitting with your friends. That's all it is. So as long as you take that and as long as you're authentic, you're going to succeed. And even if you don't get a ton of subscribers, if you're having fun doing it, it's going to serve you in a lot of other places in your life. Don't worry about it.
I
Just
cannot
have fun,
tell you
enjoy the
how
ride.
true that statement is. I started memeing, and because of the memeing, I got into editing. You never know what your passions will lead to. So try, as long as it's legal and you're not hurting anybody else, enjoy your passions and get
Yep.
better at it.
So stand up for your principles. Enjoy what you're doing, especially if it isn't your job and you're just streaming, and try to learn something. It is so fulfilling, like totally. So, and to that end, go watch Ivan tonight. I'm going to watch it
Yes.
because I had no idea that you edited stuff in real time. That makes me so excited. As somebody who does that for a living, I want to see, because you can always, one of the greatest things I ever learned in my life, and I'll move it along. I apologize, but there's so much meat in this episode. I love it. But, I was at a basketball camp when I was 13, and I don't know how many people know about basketball. If you don't, I understand. But I was at a very small college, and I was at a basketball camp there, and Dean Smith, who was the coach of Michael Jordan, that's all you need to know, in college, was taking notes from this little podunk place. And the coach of the camp that I was at, he's like, "Why are you taking notes?" He's like, "You never stop learning." So you have to understand, whether you think somebody's beneath you or way above you, you are not the catch-all for all the knowledge in the universe. Take notes, learn. Don't have a ton of hubris. Be confident in yourself, but don't be cocky. Just learn. And that's the funnest part about all this. So
that's why I'm at where I'm at today, because I know I am not an expert. So I ask the questions I want to ask. If people choose to answer them, that is totally up to them. But I always ask the questions instead of sitting there not getting the answer. Some people may find that a bit abrasive sometimes or a bit nosy, but it comes from a place of wanting to learn, wanting to grow. So don't be afraid to reach out to some of the creators that you look up to or like their work or whatever, and ask them, I love your work. I would really like to learn this. Do you have any resources that would help me grow?
This man right here just gave you a nickel's worth of free advice, to quote Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future. He gave you all kinds of good stuff to run on. If that isn't enough, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, there's a lot of really good stuff here.
So. I did not hear a fellow Legion of Memers member will be helping you with this next big project.
Yeah, because I want to change some of the dialogues to make some of the story make more sense.
And Mr. Grant Gregory is one of the best at that. So yeah, mad respect to him. He's also one of the people in the beginning that I reached out to because I had a passion for editing, who decided to talk to me about it. So a lot of the creators that are always more than happy to help you get started learning. Don't count on them fully. But they're always happy to help in any way they can.
And by the way, may I commend Mr. Grant Gregory AI for putting out one of the most self-serving self plugs I've ever seen in my life. That is awesome. You are amazing. Just get your name out there, sir. That's a shameless plug if I've ever seen one. I love it. So
right here on the Legion of Memers podcast.
We have no shame. Yes.
Ivan, for those of you who missed it, Ivan, let people know what you're planning on doing, where they can find you.
So I have 3 channels right now. One of them is Taco Drums, which is a channel where I play anime intros on the drums, and eventually we'll be doing live streams for that. You can recognize that channel, but because it has an octopus as the logo. Taco means octopus in Japanese. That's why taco drums.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's nifty.
Mhm.
Oh,
And also taco because Mexican, and it's a play on words. It's a play on words. Then I have my channel, my anime channel called Weebs and Waifus, where I just talk anime. Don't think that I'm one of those like anime creators that are like deep dive into things and that is like very not like if you're not an anime fan is not very friendly towards other users. Trust me, I try to keep it to like a very good
Normie.
level. Mm. Uh, and lastly, I have my channel is just Ivan Ortega, and right now I started that channel re-editing The Last Jedi into a different movie. Hopefully that was to the most of the community, and it seemed that it was that way. I tried to keep on re-editing stuff, but I just felt too burned out. It became more of a job, so I left it. But now the bad signal has come again. The Superman red phone has rang its bell, and I am out of retirement to re-edit the Acolyte into one movie that will not break canon and will actually be
oh,
good.
whoa. Really?
That's
That's what you're aiming for? Oh my goodness. Is there like a tequila fund I can donate to or
That's
so
what you should do. You should create like a stream elements just for
Oh
the
my
tequila
goodness.
fun.
No, I'm dead serious. Like that sounds like an insurmountable task from what I saw. I've seen all
Ivan,
the
have you
episodes.
ever edited drunk?
No, I don't drink that often.
Oh, well, in that case, forget the fun. Get him a new mic or pay for his
I'll
very expensive Premiere
Something.
program.
I'll get him a crate of I'll get him a caja of tahine. Okay, how's that?
But so here's the thing: like my goal with the Acolyte movie is that the Acolyte movie will be a very enjoyable experience to watch. That will not affect the canon of the original of the original established lore, which is the Phantom Menace,
Mhm.
as well as into New Hope and everything. This thing will take place about 1500 years before the Republic, right at the end of the Sith extermination by the Jedi, where there's still remnants of Sith, but not that many, but there's still some. And the Jedi have different factions that are taking care of this thing. So I'm going to make the Jedi look heroic. I'm going to make the Sith look intimidating. And I'm going to make the space witches look scary. So that's the goal.
I have a question.
Yes.
As somebody that we have hosted some not rather large, but pretty large, like over 30 people in our Discord at GCA. We've had to suffer through the uncut. Is there any way that we can legally, since it's transformative, is there any way we could do a watch party of something that might kind of like help us recover? Like, if when you get this done, is there going to be a movie that we can watch, or is it going to be a YouTube release? Like, how are you going to show the final product is my question, because Disney's not known for being very
How are
nice.
you going to show the final product
Yeah.
without worrying about getting struck by Disney?
Well, obviously, I'm going to follow the legal channels. If Disney doesn't like it, so be it. I have to just like bite the bullet. I just really hope that there is not another hacker that goes into my computer like they did with The Last Jedi, is steal my file and spread it all throughout the internet, uploading it to BitChute, another stream, another services, and so that way, like, people watched it. And it wasn't my intention, Disney. It wasn't my intention that the file got leaked. Like the hacker just stole it and spread it all throughout the internet. So I hope that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, no, that's a shame. That's a shame if people would catch on to that.
Bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Bunch of assholes. I've been known to be an asshole.
We're here to just do some transformative legal content. And if the rules don't apply, then hey, we're just gonna bite the bullet. So I just hope that there's no bad actors that will steal the file and spread it all throughout the internet.
By the
no,
way,
yeah,
the first
don't do that shit. If it's not your work,
Yeah.
don't share it, guys.
I'm not gonna lie, for the first 2 minutes, right here.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, that's the problem with you, Ivan. Is like I like follow you down a road, and you're. Anyways, I'm not gonna say it. But anyways, yes, you're very good at that. You're very funny. So I
Go
appreciate
follow
you coming on
Ivan's
with us.
channel. Go watch his show later today. I highly recommend
gonna
it.
be watching.
Unfortunately, I will have to catch the replay because I do need to work overtime at my day job. But on that note, I am Superman. If he wasn't scared of green rocks, leader, creator, and founder of the Legion of Memers, I want to thank everybody for being here today. Ivan, I was so happy to get you on. You're more than welcome to come back on anytime. Just drop me a DM and we'll make it happen.
Appreciate
CJP, Mo, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys for hopping on. Shout out to chat. Thank you to everybody who dropped a super chat. Yeah, you are fantastic, and basically what is keeping me able to pay for the StreamYards and the different services I need in order to make intros, outros, and everything like that. So thank you so much. And as things get bigger, hopefully more support will come. And do not doubt for a second that that support is not going to be recycled back into the community. Because I know without you guys, we would not have anything. So thank you so much for coming. We will be working on an outro soon, but thank you to everybody who's a member. I will be making more content for the members stuff. Unfortunately, the last few weeks have been very, very busy within my own personal life. But I will never involve you guys in any of that. If the world decides to involve you, that's their choice. But I will not do that to my community because I care about you guys too much. So we will see you guys next week. And remember to listen to what Ivan said. Go replay it. Go watch his show. I promise you, your editing work will get better. So let's say goodbye to everybody. And thank you all for being here today.